What's up, YouTube? Namaskar. Welcome back to Aditya's channel again. So, if you're new to this channel, hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you've been watching me for a while. So, today's topic. Today I'm doing a stand-up live. I I realized like when I was sitting for a long time, my body is like kind of stiffening out. So I thought I'll do some workout while talking live. So it's a good exercise. My body can pump the blood flow circulating. So welcome. Uh, as a rule of thumb, whenever you join the live, tell your name in the comments and tell me where you're joining from so I know whom I'm talking to. So do me a favor. And as the title, I thought this is the common questions I've been heard from many people talking about, is it a good idea to invest in condos? Is it a good idea to invest in single families? Is it a good idea to invest in duplexes, multifamily, pre-construction? Lot of things. So different townhomes, row houses. So all these different type of investment properties that are available for you, or first-time home buyer, different type of properties available for you to buy. So let's talk a little bit about that, and also feel free to hop on your questions. Hey Randy, hey Avi, how are you? Yo. welcome back. So yeah, while I'm talking, feel free to hop your questions on so I can look through them and answer them. Let me know if you can hear my voice properly. If you cannot, just I can adjust my voice. You still want to buy the 3-acre? Yes, sir. I have a couple of clients actually looking to build a couple of build some buildings. So yes, still looking for a 2 to 3 acres land, commercial or residential. DM me on social media. Hey guys, looks I see some more people joined. So while I let everyone join, hey Akash, while everyone is joining, if you just joined, if you're joining for the first time, let me know your name and let me know where you're joining from. So the topic is, what strategy is better? Is it a detached homes, tiny homes, or what do you call the row houses or condos? So let's talk one at a time while you guys throw your questions in the chat box. I'll just give my thoughts on what I think about different type of strategies. Love from Scarborough. Thank you, love. Thank you, Lovepreet. Appreciate it. So, of course, the type of strategy really depends on your personal needs. If you're a first-time home buyer, you're looking to buy a house for yourself. Let's say if you're in GTA, I know the prices are at skyrocket. My favorite style is detached home. But if you're a family of 3 or 4, buying $1 million property in GTA, because that's the prices for detached homes, is really challenging, especially if you're just working, you only have like 1 or 2 jobs, that's all your source of income. Then paying the mortgage is very tough, because your mortgage itself is like over 4,000, and you have a property tax, you have insurance, you have utility bills and all those things. So of course, places like that, the detached homes doesn't make sense. So what I'm trying to say is that the type of investment, type of property, also important, along with where you're located, what's your personal requirements are, and what's your personal, financially where you're standing. So there are so many elements that goes into it to tell what strategy works better for you. So just keep that in mind while I'm sharing the pros and cons of every strategy. I see 6 people joined live, but I only see 1 thumbs up. Guys, if you're getting some value out of this live, hit that thumbs up button and tell me where you're joining from. I appreciate that. That makes my life more encouraging. So let's start with the low-hanging fruit I call condos. So if you're in bigger cities, condo could be one of the most attractive thing because of the price, because they are the most affordable comparative to other properties, comparative to semi-detached, comparative to detached, comparative to multifamily. Of course, the prices are lower. So but what's condo actually, first of all? Condo is something, either it's in a like a big apartment building, you take one portion of it, so you're sharing the common area, you're sharing the amenities, and corporation is taking care of the roof, taking care of the common areas, cleaning the grass, cleaning the snow. So a lot of things they take care of it. So what it means for you as a homeowner or investor. If you're a homeowner, if you are a lazy person like me, you don't like to do snow cleaning, you don't like to, really actually not even think about it, then condo would be a good one for you. Um, that's one of the positive side, and it could be the negative side as well. The negative thing is you don't own much land, you only own that particular unit. Of course you own a really tiny bit of the land, but technically it's you know you're just buying that particular portion, and if the building deteriorate, the condition deteriorate, your over the long run your value of the property goes down. And that being said, um, you get a lot of amenities in the condo, so that's another big positive thing. So if you would like to have a gym, probably having a gym in the house costs you a lot more money, whereas because you have common area, people and good condos, a lot of condos have gym, pool and all those things, and they maintain those things. So that's a good advantage. But investing point of view, one big thing that I hate about condos is you have to your fees, condo fees, that is not stable. That can go up. If there is a major breakage of the roof, you're gonna pay for it. If they have to do some major improvements, you're gonna pay for it. So some, of course, if you have your detached home, you pay the money as well for major things. But the thing is, here you cannot actually control the expenses because it's someone else controlling your expenses. So that's one thing I don't like. And the second thing I don't like is you're not getting any land, because over the time the land value goes up and the building value goes down, because the structural things need to be maintained in order to improve the condition of the property. So that means the value point of view, detached makes a lot more sense. Hey Matthew, hey Ace. I love multifamily, great for multiple stream of income, but it's possible easier to buy deal directly from the homeowner or listing agent, so you don't have to pay for the commission to agent Lolo. Oh man, so if you're a savvy investor, that's a great point, but I really want to touch on that. If you're a savvy investor, you understand what you're buying, you know what you're looking for, all the things in and out, you're a savvy person. Of course, for you, it makes sense to buy from a homeowner, buy from a listing agent, because you're savvy, you know what you're doing, you know whom to communicate. But if you're a new immigrant like me, when I was buying my first property, if I would have tried to save that small piece of commission, saying that I would love to buy, and where I don't know anyone, I don't know what's a home inspection is, I don't know what's a mortgage is, so many things I don't know. I was really new to this country. So I need someone to guide me. So really the agent, right agent, I'm saying this is another really key important. Right agent is like your mentor. My agent, actually, I bought 4 properties with her. Without her, I would not be standing right here. So she really helped me, because I literally bought my like small property with her. The first property she made like maybe 4 or 5 thousand. If I have to hire a mentor for my investing journey, it cost me 10, 20,000. But I didn't even pay from my pocket, because anyways the seller promised to pay the agent. So if you have a right agent, if you're like a starting out, having an agent helps you in a big time. But I'm saying right agent, so you got to figure out that part. Mattis, hey, hello. Canada, can I buy property as a new immigrant with 5% of the value of the property? 5% of the value of the property. Let me try to understand your question. Yes, if you're a new immigrant, if you have a permanent residency and you have a job, you're not under probation, you qualify for mortgage. Most likely. Again, personal in financials does matter, so that's why you have to talk to a mortgage agent to get a 100% answer. But most likely, you can buy a property with 5% down. So what does mean? You can go to the bank and get that rest of the 95% from the bank. So that's possible. And I did, even if you're under work permit, if you're an immigrant, you're under work permit, but you have like 2 or 3 years work permit left, and you've been working for the last 1 or 2 years. Even in your case, if you have your permanent residency under process, maybe you might be able to qualify as well. But check with the mortgage agent. If one agent say no, go talk to another agent. If another agent say no, go talk to other agent. So just keep finding out, because when I was buying my first property, I was actually under work permit and I was able to get my mortgage for 95%. So, which is doable, I think. But again, lender criteria always change. They keep changing the requirements. Every lender have a different set of rules. So check with the mortgage broker. Can you please talk about the expenses? What went towards the last property you bought? Like how much kitchen cost and washroom costs? We can get a clear picture. Hey sir, it's coming up. I don't have all the numbers in front of me. Probably I'm gonna make a next video. I have my final walkthrough before renovations tomorrow. So I'm gonna have another video probably next week or two to discuss the numbers on that property. The 7th property if you're talking about. So just wait for a little longer. Is it better to go with pre-construction condo or buy an existing condo? Which is a better investment? Mohammed, great question. So that's the topic of the day. Okay. So it really depends on your situation. So both have its own upsides, both have its own downsides. I was just talking about condo. Condo, you have less control, your price is less. And you have, you don't have major ticket items on your head, like roof, snow cleaning, other things, you don't have it, because most likely condo corporation covers those things. But at the same time, you don't have control over that condo fees. So HOA fees, that can go up over the time if there is any major expenses. So pretty much you're paying for all your things, but you don't really own it. And at the same time, you don't own the land. So that's another thing. But whereas you're buying a detached, either it could be semi-detached or it could be detached single family or duplex or triplex or fourplex, whatever, you own the land, you own piece of land. And of course you're liable for all the roof and everything, but you own that land. So in terms of value, which one really can generate you better returns? Most likely the detached home. But again, that being said, you have less headaches with the condo. So that's the detached side. And if you're talking about pre-construction, condo or detached, let me take a step back and talk about pre-construction itself. So it doesn't matter whether it's condo or semi-detached or detached. So pre-construction is a great product for certain type of people. So especially let's say you don't have money, full money right now, or you don't qualify for mortgage, maybe not right now. You know for sure you will qualify after a year. So that could be another reason. Or you cannot afford a detached home. Let's say you're in GTA, just a little bit outside GTA, you don't qualify. You cannot afford in GTA, but you can afford just outside the GTA. The price is, let's say, 600,000 or 700,000, but the construction will be done in 2 years. So that's good. You're buying that property. You have a, price point is attractive. The positive side, you're already locking in the price according to the today's value. If the market goes up, you're banking on the appreciation. And in cities like Toronto, I know a lot of people made a good amount of money by doing a careful pre-construction investing. I'm gonna bring an expert actually in next couple of weeks. I have a friend of mine in Toronto. He does a lot of pre-constructions and he made like millions of money. So it's a great strategy. But again, you gotta be careful because when the construction, the biggest thing that I see in pre-construction, you cannot control it until the closing happens. So the closing could happen in 1 year, it could happen in 2 years, it could happen in 3 years. That means your money locked for that amount of time period. So if you're like, you're working, you're busy professional, you have money, you don't want to do any headache, you just put in the money in that pre-construction, that will grow in 2 years, 3 years. Just sell your assignment or sell the property after a year you purchase or whatever and bank on that appreciation. Great. So for me, I want to control things. So I love pre-construction too when I don't have time. When I have time, I want to control my property, like BRRRR strategy. I want to buy the property, do some renovations in 6 months or 1 year. I want to pull my money out and make sure the property is cash flowing and let it run. So that's my strategy. That's why I like this type. But again, pre-construction also a great way if you know what you're doing. So pre-construction is good if you have extra money laying around. You don't mind it sitting in a property, but no passive income until it's done. Great point. That's exactly what I'm talking is. MPK. I just discovered this channel and it helped me a lot with MU study. And I'm only 15 years old. MU study. My study. Okay. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Aditya, I'm just wondering, accumulating money and waiting to see what happens to the properties this year, but I'm definitely be buying multiple properties next year in Windsor. Awesome. Yeah, again, I know many people waiting to see what's going to happen. I don't know either what's going to happen. But yeah, welcome to Windsor anytime. If you need any help, we are always here. I see a lot of people live, but I only see 3 thumbs ups. Guys, if you are getting some value, please show me some love. Hit that thumbs up button. That just encourages me to spend some time, right? I'm spending my quality time for half an hour to just answer your questions. So show me that thumbs up. So going back to the semi-detached or detached homes, yeah, pre-construction is in a nutshell, like Ace mentioned. If you want to let the money sit there and just let it grow, then that's a great way. But detached and semi-detached, you can control. Semi-detached still you can control to some extent if it's not a condo corporation, if it's like a freehold. That's another term you need to be aware. If you're a new immigrant, I'll explain you. Because I was like, when someone told me freehold or condo, I'm like, I didn't understand. So freehold means there is no any other person own that particular common area or anything. You are the sole proprietor. It's not tied to anything else. So you're the sole owner of that particular thing and no other corporation holding it. So that means you don't have to pay anyone for any other extra maintenance things. Biggest advantage of semi or detached, you own the land, you have some value in the land, and you can control. You don't have that many limitations. So with a condo, you will have some kind of limitations. Of course, it comes with advantage too. So whereas detached, you can control everything. Of course, the price is higher than the other properties. So that's why from the beginning I said it really depends on your personal situation where you're standing. But you think properties are gonna get hit a lot, like value going down a little, cause I'll be making crazy offers for summer? Good question. Again, here's the thing. A lot of big banks are predicting there will be a drop of like 10 to 15% in the value. But if you read those articles fully, they were also predicting that the drop will happen in bigger cities, but the demand for smaller cities actually surging because of this work from home options, and bigger town people are looking for smaller cities. So I don't know if I'm optimistic about Windsor. I don't think it will make a big impact. That's my feeling. Again, I could be wrong, but maybe, who knows? Again, with this, after this deferral stop and after the government stop paying this SERB, that's when we can really see the true side of the economy impact. So I'm curious to wait and see. But at the same time, I'm not like a guy to wait for long run. I hate to wait. I would rather always keep looking for a good deal that can make sense in terms of, I can add value, I can get the cash flow, so I don't have to worry about what if something goes wrong with the market. I can still go buy more properties, because if the market crash, I know I'm in the market, I know what prices are. So that's my way of looking at it. But again, every individual is different. So I know a lot of big investors who are sitting in millions, they're not deploying it right away, especially in US. And that's another big difference. US is very prone to this kind of a big impact on the economy. If something goes wrong, they burst, like literally they go to zero. But Canada, very smart government, really smart. I really mean it, because I read a lot about Canada, like how real estate market or other, even the whole Canada economy market is like very stable compared to other countries, especially compared to US. We are very stable. But again, that's a boring stuff that you might not want to hear that much. Yeah, I mean, going back to this type of investments, man, I'm always fascinated to hear if anyone investing in condos or semi-detached condos pre-construction. I would like to know from you guys if you had any success with that. Tell me, because I haven't bought them. I just heard or read all these topics, but personally I didn't really invest. So that's why I would like to hear from you guys. If you have invested, let me know how is your experience. But going back to the next type of investment, my favorite one is small multifamily. This is a really good one that really can, especially if you're an investor mindset buyer, if you invest in cash flow, then the small multifamily makes a lot more sense than the detached home or condo or semi-detached. But again, that being said, if you're a home buyer, you want to move into that house, maybe you might not be comfortable to share your space with other people. So that could be uncomfortable for you. But for investment point of view, if one unit goes vacant, you still have other 3 units to pay your mortgage. So you have a lot more security on multifamily compared to single family or condo, because if one unit goes vacant, you just have to pay all the expenses. So I'm definitely a big fan of multifamilies. But again, single family is also a great investment, especially because their appreciation is a lot more, and you can easily sell or buy, because most of the single family owners are emotional driven purchases. So what does that mean? If someone having some financial issue, they want to sell, and they don't mind taking some hit in the price. So that's where you can get some good deals. So yeah, single families have its own advantages, and multifamilies advantage is the cash flow. The disadvantage is you have multiple tenants, you have to manage them. It's freaking hard. So it's a challenge. You gotta find ways to manage them properly. You gotta find ways to make sure the property is maintained well, because if it's multiple people living in under one roof, they don't care about all this common utility area, common stuff, because you are the one who is the owner. You're going to take care of it. Of course, in single family the same way, but at least single family is like family owns it and family living in there. They might feel like home because no one else sharing the common area, so they might take more responsibility than the others, but at the end they're also tenants. Sorry for asking lots of questions, because no one else is asking anyways. Is it still easy to rent student rental during pandemic, and how long they usually the contract with the students? So that's okay, you can ask. I mean, that's why I'm here. Feel free to throw your questions. I wish someone used to do lives before, so that I could have learned. When I was like buying my first property, I don't think the lives were that popular at that time. So at least we used to meet once in a month. But going back to your question, so yes, student rental is the one that is a little bit vacancy rate is higher comparative to other parts of the city, because you all know the reason, because students are not coming that much, and even the students who are in town are trying to go out into bigger cities and do part-time jobs and all those things, because now they have flexibility with their courses. So how long does it take? If you just drop the rents for lower, instead of asking $500 per room, ask 450 or ask 300, 350, just to break even. They're still renting. I know, like, a couple of my clients got a properties on Randolph, on Indian Street just recently, like 2 months ago. They already rented out. So they're renting, but the thing is, definitely you're not making as much as cash flow as before, because before it was like crazy demand, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go back to that demand within no time. So it's just a time period, because until we have this vaccine, until this COVID situation sorted out, so that's a dip for student rental. So I believe student rental is already in a dip. So if you're a buyer looking to buy something where you can, if you have capacity to hold for a few months or 6 months or 10 months, if you have some extra savings, then this is a good time. And you've been looking to buy student rental, this would be a good time, because you are in that dip. There is a lot of properties on the market. So the number of days to sell student rental is taking a little longer, and number of days property staying on the market are longer. So that's a good sign to say that it's a good time to buy. Which website can we refer for multifamily deals? Because for a newcomer, it is difficult to create a network ESP during these times. Good question, Puneet. So especially for deals, it depends on which city you're looking for, especially if you're looking in Windsor. Especially if you're new, go talk to an agent. Any city you're looking to invest in, contact good agents in that area, and make sure, ask them to set up emails for you. So this emails, whenever there is a new property come onto the market, you will get the email on the first day if the property meets your requirements. That's really important, because you got to look as many properties as possible to get a better deal. So that means you got to be on the email listing from an agent. That's number one. Number two, these are the times where buyer has to work hard to get a property under contract, to get a deal. So that means you gotta look all different avenues that are available. So that means spend 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. This is what I used to do when I'm still do till the date. I spend at least every day 20, 30 minutes looking on Kijiji, on Freecom, MLS, of course, 100%. All these sites, wherever possible, see if there is any new deal came up, and I'll just run through rough numbers. Okay, numbers looks good, then I'm gonna go check out so that I can send it to my clients, all those things. So you gotta spend every day at least 10, 20 minutes analyzing the deals. How can I manage my investment property in Windsor or Kitchener when I live in GTA? Good question. Actually, Puneet, I'm going to make another video on that detail ways. But to give you an answer in short, you got to create a team to manage a property, or even to buy a property. You got to create a team. Team means a lot of people: agent, mortgage agent, home inspector, the home insurance guy, property management company, contractors, sub-trades, drywaller, floorer, electrician, plumber, all these people, different type of people. You need them, you need to have their contact. So who is your first source? Get in touch with a good agent in that area, and who can share you all these details. So even though I live in Windsor, I don't manage my own properties, because I don't have time. I'm busy with selling properties and buying properties and doing the renovations. So I can have someone, pay someone to manage the property. So I know biggest question comes from Many people, oh, how can I trust this project manager or property manager? So yes, that's a good question, but you got to manage them. You got to manage someone. Either you got to manage your tenants or you got to manage the property manager. But if you can find a good property manager, they take care of the major issues and you just manage them. Make sure you stay on top of their head. Make sure you get the reports once in 6 months. Make sure the property, all the maintenance ticket items are taken care. Um, Give them whenever they send you an invoice, don't just blindly pay. Always cross check. If it's especially over $100, always ask them for before after renovation pictures. You got to do these little things in order to manage them properly. And no matter where you're in the world right now, freaking the world has changed. You're sitting in Mississauga now watching me. I'm in Windsor. Here is my house, so you're literally watching me what I'm doing. You can exactly do the same thing. To buy a property, your agent can show you the properties. Your property manager can walk the property with you on Skype to make sure everything is in place. They can send you the video tours. They can send you the pictures. They can send you the reports. So many things you can do. So just don't blind yourself because you're away, you cannot invest. I have a lot of clients that purchase like 5, 10 properties who are like buying constantly but still living in GTA. You build a team. When you build a team, of course it's not easy. Nothing is easy at the beginning, but once you get into the mode, once you're in that process, automatically things get a lot more easier, things get more systematic. So to answer your question in short, you got to build a team to manage the property. Moose, you're a legend. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. From Mississauga, welcome to my channel. How about seniors? Are there still as many looking to rent? Do they usually sign longer contracts than students? So again, even my student rental, I make them sign for 1 year lease, because I don't wanna have the property vacant during the summertime, especially if your lease is like from end of summer to next beginning of summer, then you could potentially sit vacant. So most of the people I know, they do 1 year leases. Even for seniors, generally I try to keep it 1 year lease, because at the end, once the leases end, you still go on to month to month and all those things. So 1 year lease is good enough. And still seniors are there, they're all there. Of course, just because of the COVID, the transition, the movement is not as speed as before, but still people are looking for rentals, especially family areas. Still there is demand. If you're going in a higher price point, that's where you can see slow. Like if you're looking to rent a property for 3,000, then you can expect the property can stay on the market for 1 month or 2 months. Same thing with the purchase. If you're looking to buy like a 700, 800,000 property, you can expect the property to be on the market a little longer than the other properties, because in Windsor, 700 is freaking 1.5 million in Toronto. So that's a difference. How much percentage do property managers usually charge in Windsor? 7 to 8%, that's a average. I agree with Musa. Thank you, Punit. Sukhjot, doing good, Aditya. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. Thank you. So yeah, guys. And again, if you guys looking to buy and invest in Windsor, obviously you guys have me. Me and my team, we are the most savvy investor-focused realtors here. We are not just by us making you to buy properties. We do buy, we do invest, we put our actually I started as an investor first and then become a realtor, because I really love this game. I really see there so much potential to have a financial freedom, no matter what kind of jobs you're doing. I strongly believe, because this is something actually my parents taught me back home in India. If you're an Indian, let me know if you agree with me or not. Back home, buying a land is a hot topic. Any family, if they have some money, if they saved up, the parents tell that go buy this land, go buy that. they value the physical asset so much, because back home is like, yeah, close to 100%, but not 100%. Mostly you can ouch that if you buy a land or any as physical asset, that will grow over time in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So they always like put that seed in my brain, like you gotta buy assets from the so there you go. Yeah, if any Indians in the watching this live, let me know if you agree with that, because it's really freaking hot topic wherever we go. How many acres you do you have, or how many plot you have? That's a big topic in India. So, and that's when it comes to North America, especially immigrants like me who moved from different countries, all of a sudden this is a new market, and we are scared to buy those physical assets. That's one of the reasons why I quit my job. That's one of the reasons why I do my YouTube videos. A lot of people like me are scared because it's new country, it's new rules, new stuff of things. Like, we don't have all these rules back home, man. If you have money, you can do anything. But whereas here, like, a lot of procedures, a lot of rules to follow. It's good for a common human, especially common man. If you're just working, you can still live a fantastic life. But going back to that mindset, we were scared. At least a lot of people I know are scared to buy an asset or investment property in Canada or in US, because it's a lot of new things. So that's a problem for immigrants. But again, I think it should not be that way, because you're working hard, you have a job, you can qualify for mortgage, you can leverage money, and there are a lot of resources available, like my channel, to show how to do your first investment. And there are a lot of people out there who are willing to help you. Whatever the city you're in, there are agents, mortgage people, and all these people to help you to buy your investment property. So there are genuinely people, really, I like, without my agent whom I started with, I would not be where I am. So there are genuinely people who are here to help you. So it's don't be scared. That's the message I would like to give to all my immigrant family. I have a brand new home for rent with an unfinished basement. I'm planning to finish a basement soon. Should I finish it a single family unit or a student type? Hus, where is it located? And if you want to change it to student type, where is it? Is it close to university? Is it close to college? And if you have a basement unfinished, can you make a legal finish unit? Which one has more demand? So tell me those things, because it's hard for me to say. For example, my house, I'm pretty much like in between university and college, and also in a good neighborhood. So I can rent out for families, I can rent out for students. But I chose to rent out for my couple, because I live upstairs and I don't want to have parties and all those things. So it really depends on where and who can pay the best rents. Is it possible to get fourplex for around 400 to 500,000 with ton of renovations needed around the university? Yes, sir. You can find it. You just need to keep looking. You can, definitely you can. I can strongly say that. It's just you gotta be a little bit patient and make sure you hit that thumbs up. I'm just kidding. Just you gotta keep looking. You can find. Especially if you need ton of work, it's doable. Oh, by the way, great point is, thank you so much for reminding me. I have 2 off-market deals. If you guys, anyone looking close to university, actually, one is a duplex, have a potential to make another 3rd unit. One is a triplex. One is a single family, have another unit in the basement. Very reasonable prices. One is like approximately 300. The other one is actually 220 or 35,000 something, and which can make like over 2,500 rent. So if you guys are interested in that deals, shoot me a text, DM me on Instagram or Facebook. I know with the YouTube, that's the only thing you cannot really, and sometimes this comments doesn't show up. So DM me. My Instagram and Facebook name, same name as my channel, Aditya Kumar Soma. If you search for it, you will find and DM me, remind me about these deals. Ask me, Ace, text me. I'll send you those details. You can look into it. Yes, I have fear to take the first step, but at the same time also fear of missing out. Punit, here was one thing. Yes, I started with the same fear, fear of missing out. Don't be worried about missing out. Always opportunities come and go, but be cautious. Take right steps. Don't over leverage. Don't put yourself in a worse situation where if you don't have a job, you cannot really sustain with that property. If you have to sell, that's a worse position to be in. So make sure you have enough savings. Make sure you're buying the right property that can at least sustain no matter what happens to the market. So don't rush. At the same time, do the due diligence, analyze the numbers, buy the right property. If you're looking to buy an investment property. Sorry, I should have asked you that question first. Are you looking to buy your investment property or home for you to live in? If you're looking to home to live in, find a property that have a basement. Initially, at least that can pay you some mortgage. So that way you can have a peace of mind. Even something goes wrong, you have someone paying rent for you. That's how I started. In London, close to college. So you have your answer, Hayes. If you have a property close to college, that means your best bet is student rental. But again, due to the COVID, maybe you have to be a little bit flexible to rent out maybe some other people, working professionals, or some other who can rent it quickly. So again, I'm not really much aware of London area. I know even London is also have a college and university, and also a lot of families. So see which one makes sense. Don't keep it vacant for long run, but at the same time, don't give it to anyone without doing a proper credit check and all those things. Make sure you do the due diligence. Whoever the tenant, student or family, make sure you do the due diligence. Child, I love that name, Child. Any advice on a sustainable home for a young man or area with affordable mortgages? Be a little bit more specific, Child. Sorry, yeah. DM your name, sorry. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit specific. What do you mean? You're looking to buy? Affordable mortgages means mortgages are affordable right now. The interest rates are freaking 1.6, 1.7. So affordability is there. If you're looking for affordable homes, where are you located? Where are you looking to buy? If you're located in GTA and doing a job that is in GTA, you have to be physically present. Maybe buying a property for 5% down is challenging. So in a different cities. So tell me a little bit more. Who are you? Where are you? What do you want to buy? Punit, investment property, definitely. I already bought a condo and find out your channel lately, and I will message you on Instagram. Awesome, sure, Punit. Yeah, I mean, again, at least you got something, right? That's okay. A lot of people even didn't take the first step. So you are ahead of almost, I believe, 70% of the people in Canada. I was reading some article the other day. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's pretty high. People are tenants. 70+% something are tenants. That means you're in a pretty good percentage where you already took your first step. So I really believe in this quote. If you take the first step, rest steps will follow. It might take some time, so that's okay. And I'll look forward to hear from you. Maybe if guys, anyone is looking to invest in Windsor, want to have a one-on-one call with me, go on to my website. I'll put my link here, hold on. So you guys can schedule a one-on-one call with me. Again, only if you're looking to invest in Windsor. I'm not ready to mentor anyone. I got so many DMs asking for mentorship. I know that's a lot of commitment. I don't want to give my commitment for anyone at the moment. Maybe later on in future, I don't know. But at the moment, I can help you if you're looking to invest in Windsor. If you're looking to invest in other areas, reach out to me. I can give you some recommendations. So if you go to my website, you can see my calendar. You can block a time with me, half an hour, only if you're looking to invest in Windsor or buy your first home. You're looking to move. We can become friends soon. So 2 bedroom for nothing more than 499, which probably unrealistic for GTA. Child, that's not true. 2 bedroom for 499K unrealistic for GTA? No. Be little bit flexible. You're saying that you're young. That means you can travel, you can move. So look a little bit outside of GTA. If you're looking literally in downtown area, of course you gotta pay the price. If you're young, why do you want to pay that much price? And guys, I'm gonna do some workout just to stretch my body. So if you're young, why do you want to fix yourself in that specific spot where the prices are high? Go a little bit outside. And if you gotta go like, probably I don't know much about GT area. I cannot really tell the exact. I wish, but like you gotta look a little bit outside where you can afford for what you get for 499. I know I'm gonna make another video soon. I'm buying my 8th property, actually a detached pre-construction. I haven't made any videos on that. I'm gonna make once the paperwork and everything is done to talk more on that. This is outside of GTA, so not in Windsor. It's outside of GTA. So yes, number 8. But this is for like 629,000. It's like 1 hour from GTA. So why I'm buying it? Pre-construction. I have some money that are sitting in my account that I don't have to pay the taxes because I'm a sales guy. I have this tax money that I can pay till next year March, the HST and all those things. So I just want to leverage my money. If you're like that, if you're young, go look a little bit outside. Go for that. Outside circumstances probably will become part of GTA in next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, and try to get a property that can make sense in terms of investment as well. For example, if you're buying a little condo 2 bedroom that can only make you $2,000 or $2,500, you have a lot of risk because you have a lot of other expenses that really doesn't cover your cost. So the property I'm purchasing, the pre-construction. So this pre-construction actually is outside the GTA. Of course, the location still not in GTA, but it's coming up. It's a detached home where I can put another unit. So I'm again going with the same investor mindset. I want to make cash flow. Somehow I want to have a cash flow or at least break even. That's my basic requirement wherever you're buying, because I really, no matter what, we don't know what's going to happen with the economy. At least if the property breaks even, you don't have to worry about paying, mortgage from your pocket, because who knows, my sales might stop. If the market, during that COVID, the first 2 months, literally I made 0 sales. So that could happen. Who knows? My income could stop. So you gotta really be careful about gambling. I'm not a big fan of gambling. I'm a fan of investing with the numbers. How much rent can I get? How can I add value? And does it break even or cash flow? And of course, future growth too. Also very extraordinary in my opinion. Mohammad, hey Mohammad, do you make every property under its own LLC? Good question. Not really. So when I started, I purchased with my personal name, and I still have 2 or 3 properties under personal, and most of the properties are under corporation. So of course, the big statement in Canada, in North America, I have to give my statement. I'm not an accountant to tell you what is right for you, because everyone's personal finances are different. So in my situation, I'm making good income, my active income. That means my yearly annual income is over 200,000. So that means I'm paying a lot of taxes already on my personal name. So if I have another property on my name, that income, whatever the extra income, if it's making cash flow, that will be added to my personal income. So all of a sudden my income becomes more. So that means literally I pay a lot of taxes on it. So whereas corporation, you can defer the taxes. You can, you just pay 12.5% or 13%, whatever the percentage. And if you don't take dividend, if you just reinvest, or if you defer to next year, or you can pay dividend on your wife's name. So there is a lot more flexibility with corporations. But again, if you don't have that much income and if you're just starting out, I would say like don't make it complicated, because to hold a corporation, you have to file the taxes every year. You have to, if you want to change the minute book, you have to pay like $500. Accountants and lawyers will cost you money. Every year, it will cost you at least $1,000 to maintain that corporation. So you got to be really looking at your personal finance. I would say go talk to your accountant. Unfortunately, that's what you need to say in North America to save your ass. I'm Humber College real estate student, learning so much from you. Thank you, Jay. Glad to hear that. If you're in Windsor, we gotta talk. Or anywhere you're getting your license, I made a lot of series. Check out those videos. Start marketing yourself from day one. Mattis, do you follow the BRRRR method? Of course, Mattis. I have most of my properties so far are BRRRR strategy. The properties I did improve value, and most of the properties I did pull out money. So yes, I'm a hardcore fan. You can see there is actually a playlist on my channel, BRRRR strategy of my own properties. You can see the walkthrough of those properties. I'm a huge fan, because that's the best strategy to make the most money if you have time, if you have energy, if you have enough patience to find the right deals, enough patience to go through the renovation process, enough patience to refinance. Again, I'm being specific about that time, because especially if you're a really busy professional working with some other job or business or something else that is really active, BRRRR strategy is a time-taking process. So don't just stuck there. That's why I'm specifying, but I'm a huge fan. What can you differ on taxes on rental property? Is it up to 50K max? Can you defer taxes on rental properties? I haven't heard, brother. I don't know. I have to look up on that one. Thanks for new thing. I never heard that you can defer taxes. Paul, hey Paul, nice to be here. I'm late. That's okay. Welcome. Where are you joining from? I saw your comments there. I'm super humble to hear those sweet words from you. Zishan, are there still good cash flowing properties in Windsor? Of course, 100%, without even a question. You gotta just work a little harder, and you gotta make your realtor work a little harder. If you're working with us, make us work hard. This is a tip if you're working with agent. So it's a seller's market. This is one thing that many buyers get misled. I really want to educate you guys. If you're working with an agent, and especially if you're new, work with an agent, but also don't forget, it's a freaking seller's market. What does that mean? There are 20, 30 buyers and one property on the market. That means a lot of people. So agents who are especially busy agents, like our team, me and my team, we are busy. We have a lot of clients to help. Whom we gonna help? We're gonna help the people who are active, who are actively looking along with us, asking questions, making offers, no matter if it's conditional, cash, or whatever, but in the process, taking time every day. They are the one we love to help. Any off market comes up, they are the one first will get a call, not an email, get a call first. So you gotta be active if you wanna get those cash flow properties. And I'm hands down, I'm buying cash flow properties every day for my clients. I literally have a property on contract right now, a nicely turnkey property duplex for my client. He's buying for 5% down. With 5% down, still making $400 to $500 cash flow on a duplex. So hands down, yes. Mohammed, for some reason, want to start investing but doesn't have an income, but has cash and use someone else's money to how can I start? So tell me more. So you're saying that you doesn't have an income but have cash and use someone else income money. How much cash you have? Because it really depends on how much cash you have. And if you don't have income, what does that mean? You don't have any income at all, or you have low income where you got to put higher down payment. So everyone have different products. If you're looking to invest in Windsor but not clear about your financial situations, it's okay. I put my website link in the description. Go schedule a call with me. We'll talk one-on-one to discuss more on where you're standing, if there is anything I can help you with. If you're looking in Windsor only, don't ask me for mentorships. Sorry, I'm not open for mentorships at the moment. I cannot give that much commitment. So going back to question, clean R. Man, please put your name so I can tell your name instead of saying clean. What does your credit score have to be in order to get a mortgage? So that's a big misleading thing. Many people get distracted with credit score. Any credit score can get you a mortgage if you have enough down payment. Yes, I really mean it. If you have 20% down, there are many lenders. If you don't get A lender, requirements might be 650, but there will be B lenders who might give you for 600, or some lenders might give you for 550 credit score. But again, what's the price? You're gonna pay a little extra interest, or you're gonna pay a little fees, mortgage, lender fee, or different creative ways. But if you don't have money, don't have credit, no job, sorry, brother. You gotta make money. You gotta focus on making money. How do you buy your second property for investment if you already have a principal residency? Good question, Jisan. Of course, you can buy second property. You gotta have money, or you gotta have partner who can qualify for mortgage. Um, and if you have 20% down, there are lenders, B lenders, who are willing to lend you even if you have primary residence. So you gotta look for the right mortgage broker to get you the mortgage. But if you don't have money, find the money either from your friends, family, or go make money by yourself. Sorry, sometimes my answers will be harsh, but that's the truth. That's a hard truth. I hate to talk sweet. I want to give a realistic answer so that you understand what situation you're in, so that you can change it. Guys, so far if it's helpful, let me know. Thank you. Let me know thanks for joining. Show me your love with that thumbs up button, or subscribe, share, and all those things, all those nice things that can put my channel in front of more potential immigrants like me who are looking to invest but scared. They're the one I want to motivate, and I want to tell them that if I can do it, you guys can do it. Yes, Marco, immigrants like us, yes, all, because that's one thing really makes me wake up every day to think that how much thankful we are to be in this country. But at the same time, we can do so much. The immigrant status should not stop us. I have seen especially the first generational immigrants suffer a lot. We work really hard. We don't really enjoy the life along the way, because we don't really invest money in assets that can generate money for us while we are sleeping. After 5 years, 10 years, we still end up working. So that's one thing I really want to change. As an immigrant to this country, beautiful country, I think we can live a beautiful life. What is your take on the impact on COVID on your local real estate market? Jishan, at the moment, COVID only impacted in student rental area in Windsor. Rest of the parts, I was just sharing on Investor Club Live Facebook yesterday. Windsor market appreciated total 30% from 2019, what's month is October, till 2020 October. That means COVID didn't really impact the market at all. Only just the student rental, even that one did not really decrease, but they stabilized. Last year, pretty much the prices are pretty much the same, or a little bit increased, but not as drastic as the families, single families, or nicer neighborhoods. So at the moment, not really. Is it gonna impact soon? I don't know. I was just answering before. It could for a short period, but over the long period, I'm very, very positive about Windsor, because COVID actually made a positive impact on Windsor. Now, a lot of bigger cities are looking for smaller cities because they can work from home now. And one of the big attraction for Windsor, it's the population is growing because we have a big city right on our side, literally 1.5 kilometers. I don't know how far Toronto downtown for you, but for us, for Windsor, the Detroit downtown is like literally 5 minutes, 5 minutes drive. So downtown, major city with all four big games that are hosted there. So entertainment is massive. And slowly, of course, that was a dead city till 2016-17. It's slowly coming up. What does that mean? That Windsor city has a lot more growth, because if the Detroit comes up, slowly we are like a, kind of a twin cities of a different countries. Twin what do you call, brothers of other mothers, same thing like that, twin cities of other countries. So if Detroit comes up, Windsor can come up. And people love to travel. Some people have businesses in overseas, they want to have that frequency. And one of the busiest cross border, um, and small city but good sized population, that is good enough for all the amenities. So I made other videos actually talking about Windsor. If I start talking about Windsor, I won't stop. So I'm gonna say I'm positive about Windsor. It's gonna grow for next few years at least. Matches 30%. So let me go back to your question, what you're referring to 30%. Sorry, I lost. Do you follow BRRRR method? 30%. Sorry, Mattis, I didn't get what you mean by 30%. So please elaborate a little bit. Andrews, hi Aditya. If you're planning on buying several properties, does it better to set up corporation to buy them? I was just answering that question. To just a recap, it really depends on what's your personal financial situation. Of course, I'm not an accountant just to save my ass to tell you. I'm not here to give you a financial advice. But in my personal opinion, if we are buying a lot of properties to save your ass from tenant, what do you call, suing you on all those things, and also like to have more flexibility on taxes, it's better to open a corporation. Might have misheard, my bad. It's okay, never mind. So did I miss anything? Punin loved it. Awesome session, Aditya. Thank you so much. Let me know what is that. Did I miss something? Nope. Someone wants to start. No, I covered that. Are there still good cash flow properties? Yes, I covered that. I think I covered all the questions. And I think it's time up for me to go have some dinner and have some chat with my wife. How to attract first client. Pawan, are you a real estate agent? I think I saw your comment somewhere. You're looking to get your license. Let's connect. I think I sent you a DM me on Facebook. We'll connect. But to answer your how to attract your first client, share value. Provide value for all your friends and circle in your circle. So value how? Awesome, kudos for you. You're gonna become a agent in 1 month. That's awesome, man. It's a great career, but keep your mind open to learn and grow. Always in this new way of doing business, you gotta provide value to people. You gotta provide in different ways. If you're starting out, you provide in the way you know. For example, like one story that always reminds me, my first client actually, this guy moved from what's this province, the Prince Edward Island, and a friend of mine called me. This is like when I had my when I purchased my second property. I was not an agent. I was not even in a plan to become an agent. But my friend called me and said, "Hey Aditya, hope you're doing it, blah blah blah. I have a friend moving to Windsor. He just got a job, but they couldn't find a place. Maybe they need accommodation for 2 or 3 days until they find a place." And they're a friend of mine telling that they're very nice people, very nice family. And I immediately asked my wife, hey, let's accommodate them in we had a 1 bedroom vacant because ours was like 3 bedroom unit. So I said, let's give them shelter for a couple of days. So I gave them. This is like literally 2.5 years ago. And after 2 days, they find a place, they left, they made us some nice dinner and all those things. We became good friends. And then, we were like in touch on Facebook and here and there. So I know where he is doing and he knows what I'm doing. And literally I never expected he is my first client. What I gave came back. It's just that simple. It might take some time, but you will get it back. Give as much as possible, not just look for get. Give. Because you gotta give, you gotta help people the way you can. Again, of course, not by, burning yourself, but help in a way you can. Have good relations, build relations, not just relations that saying, hey, give you a business card, I'm a real estate agent, if you're looking to buy, call me. I never used that statement so far ever, and I will never use it because I hate that statement. I even hate to take my business card out because I would rather make a relation, who they are, what they do, what they love to do, what they enjoy talking. I will make a good relation with them, and eventually they know I'm a real estate agent. And if they're really like me, they come back and talk to me about the real estate. Until the date, I try to avoid real estate talk, but people talk to me about real estate. So build quality relations. You will make so well in this business and provide value to people. Even when you get your first client, put yourself in their shoe, work for them. Don't think about the sale, think about them. Make sure you are really working hard for them to make their dream come true. Okay, Mohammed, oh, thank you for the coupon. You don't have to do that. All you can do is hit that thumbs up button. Would love to connect with you soon, Jishan. Yeah, love to. You can DM me on the Instagram or Facebook. Salman Khan, I love that name, Salman Khan. How an Indian student after bachelor's in India come Canada and start real estate? Please say. Salman Khan, good question. Right now, the only two options I know that to come to Canada. One is a student visa, two is a permanent residency. If you have experience in India and if you can get a IELTS 8 or 7.5, something like that, and if you can get the score on express entry, you can come on permanent residency. So after you come to Canada, first you have to become a permanent resident and then learn about real estate. So those are the two ways I know. Please read comments. Oh, wow. One step at a time, brother. I'll do. Thanks. Will DM. Have a good dinner. Awesome. Thank you, Pawan. I think that's all for today. We are out way from 60 minutes. So thank you so much, guys, for hopping on and have a wonderful day. You're welcome, Salman, and have a good night, guys. Take care. If you still have questions, feel free to put in the DM. I'll go back and check out later in next couple of days and I'll do my best to respond, help you guys, and have a good night.